I'm traveling across the country to meet up with one of my favorite YouTubers here in Japan. And I thought today would be a pretty good opportunity to talk about getting around Japan cheap. I've managed in my time here to travel pretty much the entire country of Japan. And if you want to travel that much, you've basically got to do it on a low budget. Traveling Japan on the cheap isn't super difficult, but you've got to be willing to put in the research and the time. I have two methods of transportation that I probably use the most. One is discount airlines like Vanilla Air or Jetstar, and the second one is the night bus. Both have their ups and their downs, so I like to mix them up. What I'm doing today is I'm taking a night bus from Tokyo down to Shikoku. It's pretty cheap. I think I got it on sale and it's only costing me about 5,000 yen. And on my way back, I'm gonna be taking a flight because it's just easier. I choose to take the night bus there because, well, it gets me there earlier, a lot earlier. If I were to take a flight, I would arrive maybe around noon, but if I take the night bus, I arrive at 8 a.m. and I don't have any early morning trips to the airport. If you get a good night bus, it can be okay comfortable to sleep, but it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. When I first came to Japan, none of the night bus websites or anything like that had English on them. So it was a little bit more of a challenge than it is now. But if you're trying to get around Japan on the cheap, now most of them have English. I know that's not really the most exciting or the newest tip on travel around Japan, but there are a lot of people who don't realize it. Also, if you're just visiting Japan, I really recommend getting the Japan Rail Pass. That thing is amazing. When I first came to Japan, I literally traveled the entire country for 3 weeks using that rail pass. You can basically get on anything that is Japan Rail. So that is the bullet trains, that is the local trains, even some of the boats and buses will let you on. So yeah, Japan Rail Pass. So yeah, I know that talking about night buses and discount airlines doesn't even begin to scratch the surface of all the super cheap methods there are to get around Japan. Like a few years ago, I decided to go all the way to Kyoto using only local trains and a discounted like youthful 18 ticket that they have here in Japan. I had to transfer about 5 times and every single time was a mad dash rush to the next train because everyone wanted to make sure that they get a seat. That being said, if you have any other really cool tips for getting around the country or basically traveling cheap, leave them in the comments below. Alright, so at a few spots along the way, the bus stops for a little bit of a break. You get off at these little service areas. This one has a Starbucks. You hit the washroom if you need to. I'm gonna buy some snacks, maybe a drink, and then we're back on board. Race car? Race car. And 1 minute. And we're here. So as I said, I'm here to meet one of my favorite YouTubers in Japan. It is 7:35 in the morning. I think I slept pretty well. All in all, I'd say the night bus trip was a success. Let's get this started.